Good morning, afternoon, evening. This is the One Man Militia, and I'm here to present an impromptu way of carrying your firearm concealed and make it from the vehicle to the front door. As you might have picked up on my earlier videos, STL or SLT, Sport Tactical Luxury or Sport Luxury Tactical, however you want to describe it. I do work in the healthcare field. I've been in the healthcare field for 23 years. Most recently, I did take a new position in leadership. Normally, I do work the night shift from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., but I had to work during the day shift during 2 weeks of orientation, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Now, keep in mind the summer solstice is around June 21st, the longest day of the year. And right now, this is late July, so keep in mind that sunrise is roughly around 6:40 a.m. and sunset is roughly around 8:10, 8:15 p.m. Now, if you remember those times when I work nights, I leave house at 5:45 p.m. so the sun is out. When I get off work at 7:30 a.m., the sun is out again. So I leave when the sun is out and I come back when the sun is out. Not saying that you're 100% safe because the sun is out, but it seems that some activities might be detoured due to the abundance of light and abundance of people and the activity around you. Now, keeping that in mind, when I orientated last couple of weeks, I did pretty good. I would leave every day at 5:45 a.m., which is pitch black. But when I get back, I did pretty good getting back around dusk, like right at 8:10, 8:15, as the sun was setting. Last 2 nights of my orientation, um, I did get off at oh, I got home at 12:15 a.m. because after working 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. during my orientation, I found out that the floor was short a nurse, and so I decided to help the floor out, and I worked for 4 hours from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m., which turned out to be 11:30 p.m. when I left and 12:18 a.m. when I got home. Pitch black going and coming. And my last day orientation, the same pitch black going and coming. Left at 5:45 a.m. and got back home at it was around 9:40 p.m. There was an event on the floor. I decided to stay and help out, resolve the problem. And when I looked up, it was around 9:10 when I clocked out, about 9:40 when I got home. But basically, last week I did conceal carry, as you might remember, the 4013. Where I mentioned about 4013 times 2 plus 1. This is the plus one here. Plus one meaning that my first video I had the 4013, I had two of them, and this one was hidden in the collection, and this is my plus one. Also, it does have a plus one extension on the magazine. And magazine is empty for demonstration purposes or for this video. Nothing in the firearm, and there's nothing in the chamber as well. So basically, we're going to go through it here. We're going to pretend like this is a firearm that's ready to go, loaded, locked, round in the chamber. We got my backpack here. Backpack is fairly light. I only keep my work badge in the back here. Got a tattoo sleeve here in the back. Um, been carrying a tattoo sleeve around for a few years now because I do have a tattoo to cover up occasionally. Um, this hospital is pretty good about allowing people to wear it as long as it's not any vulgar language or anything. However, I have worked at hospitals that this had to be covered up. I was aware of it when I got the tattoo. I just covered it up according to their policies. Um, Contents here, I do have my portfolio I was taking notes with, and I do have a foldable clip clipboard as well. And then on the front, the very front pocket here, I just have some extra ink pens, highlighters, markers, and then I have my tools of the trade, which is pen light, a couple extra pens here, scissors, and 2 sets of hemostats, just little stuff like that, and an extra pen light as well here. Reason I'm showing you my content. Oh, also, this is hand wash or hand sanitizer. Popular thing since COVID. But reason I'm showing you the contents of the backpack because number one, to conceal carry for a quick draw, I should say, conceal carry for a quick draw, you have to have your bag packed lightly. Can't have it heavy because you're not dependent on all 4 fingers and your thumb to hold it. Um, I'm kind of blessed to have I guess a Swiss backpack that has this back pocket on here where I keep the badges at. So basically, what I do is my firearm, and this is the same firearm. I'm picking up another 4013 that's loaded. No magazine, no nothing in the chamber. Can't be too safe, but basically, be a little bit heavier if I have all the rounds in here and one in the chamber, all 12 rounds. But basically, when you carry your firearm in the back pocket here, you want to have a good firm grip on the firearm, only using like your palm area and 2 fingers here, your second and no, your third and fourth digit, I would say. You can have this finger right here along the side of the firearm. Never have it on the trigger, have it on the side of the firearm. Now, keeping it like this, you should only have your pinky free and your thumb free. And what you're going to do is you're going to take this firearm that's loaded, round in the chamber. You're going to put it in the back pocket here. And you can kind of zip it up a little bit to kind of conceal it a little bit more, but you're not going to zip it up all the way. You're going to be just like this exactly. Now, the reason these 2 fingers are free, this thumb, and what is this pinky here. Reason these 2 fingers are free is because you're going to take these and you're going to get a good grasp on the backpack itself. So when you get up, this is what it looks like. And yeah, you can see it up close that I'm not carrying it by the handle. I'm carrying it some unique way. But the thing is, you really can't see the firearm. And most of the times when you pass your neighbor, you're going to be 3 feet, 5 feet away, something like that. And to kind of distract anybody from looking, you can kind of sway the backpack a little bit. But as you can see with me being far away, it looks like I'm carrying the backpack by the handle. Maybe it don't look like it, but subconsciously when a person sees you carrying your backpack, they're gonna assume either you're carrying it by the handle or you carrying it around the whole backpack here. They don't necessarily have to see your hand. But as you're walking like this, And as always, you're supposed to be paying attention to what's in front of you, what's around you, being aware of your surroundings, listening for any weird sounds behind you, like somebody following you, footsteps, that kind of thing. Now, also keep in mind with this non-dominant hand, have your house key ready. This stuff should be prepared in the vehicle before you get out. Have the house key ready. So as you're walking, hey, how you doing, Joe Blow? In the event that no one's out there, none of your neighbors are out there, and someone is lurking in the darkness, you got one or two choices. You can either do the one hand thing if you're accurate enough. Well, one of three choices. The second one, let me get it back in here. You can take it off like this and do that. Now keep in mind, first and second choice, first choice you have to be very accurate. 40 caliber can be a little bit snappy. I wouldn't suggest the one-handed thing with a 40 caliber. I really wouldn't suggest it with much of anything bigger than the 22, maybe a 38 special. But the second one, it does take a little bit more time to take the backpack off with the non-dominant hand. And keep in mind, you're going to have your car keys, your house keys, so you might drop your house keys in the process, to get rid of the bag to aim. Since I'm not carrying a dozen of eggs or any delicate crystal or china in my backpack, I like my third option. You walking with the backpack, hell, just drop it. There's nothing delicate in there. Just drop it and protect yourself. Like I said, keep in mind that the backpack does have to be um, light because you're depending on your your thumb and your fifth digit or fifth finger to hold a backpack, and you're depending on your your third and fourth finger or digits, as we call it, to hold the firearm against your thumb. This right here is your trigger finger. Right now, it's being held. It's on standby on the side. It's never on the trigger because this is a loaded. Pretend it's a loaded firearm, and you don't want to accidentally discharge a firearm. Now I'm gonna show you that this Smith & Wesson 500 is empty also. You can see right through the cylinder. The reason I do have the Smith & Wesson 500, this is the largest handgun that I do own currently. You are not going to be concealed carrying a damn near 5-pound gun in a backpack and walking from your vehicle to the front door, swinging it or whatever, or however you want to distract. You're not going to do this. So you can't have, well, you shouldn't have some oversized caliber. 40 is good enough. My compact 9 6906 is perfect as well. Those, 3 more rounds, so you got 3 more chances of defending yourself. But you're going to carry something sensible. Even if you decide to carry a 5906, which is a full size 9mm, 15 rounds. But other than that, that's an impromptu way I can get from the car to the front door with a little bit more insurance of safety. Now, keep in mind that also that, like I said, you can't be distracted. So, if you have this firearm, this is the same 4013 unloaded. Nothing in the chamber, nothing here. Keep in mind this 4013 here. Pretend like it's loaded. Get this chair out the way. Now, you got it sitting in your backpack like this and you're carrying it. And keep in mind that this is trash. If you're doing this, you got your keys on your pinky by the key ring, and you're doing this. You're TikToking, your Facebook, and you're shooting selfies. You know, that's trash. That's no good. Because number one, you distracted. You focus on the phone, you're not focused on your environment. Number two, in the event that something was to pop off, this right here, drop it. It's just, supplies for work. And I have a 40 caliber. Are you seriously gonna one hand this, and be somewhat accurate? Or number two, you carrying it like this, you got the phone and stuff, you fit, TikToking, texting people or whatever, something happens, you gotta drop this, and yeah, a phone, a phone is disposable, you'll get another phone. But if given a choice, I'm gonna just put it on my backpack. I'm not gonna drop $1,000 phone. And then you still got the keys on the key ring. You might drop the keys. Your keys is the way to get in your house, ultimately. So carrying a firearm is not a substitute of not using, common sense tactical, strategies or whatever. Um, it's just a little pointer. You might want to practice with holding a firearm and having a bag you can kind of conceal with your thumb and your pinky. But like I say, you got to keep the backpack light, have something somewhat sensible to conceal as well. No Smith and Wesson 500s, no 460s, no Desert Eagles, and whatever else you can think of. AR pistols, none of that stuff. That is pretty much it. I'd like to thank you for 17 minutes and 53 seconds. I'm gonna say 18 minutes of your life of your time that you didn't have to give to me to watch this video. Please like and subscribe. I do learn from your comments, so please comment. I do appreciate all comments. Um, and that is pretty much it. You all have a very blessed, a very safe, and a very productive day and night. The One Man Militia is out.